Hi everybody, today I'm going to do a video on all about my cartilage piercing or helix. So basically, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's the top of my ear right here done about 4, 5, 6 years ago. Me and my friend Ashley, sorry about my hair, I look totally ratchet, I haven't put on makeup yet. I'm trying to do my videos more au naturel to really embrace natural beauty, if you know what I'm saying. I know, anyway, back to what I was saying. So, I got it done at Walmart, which, first of all, nowadays is a big no-no-no. Because because the piercing guns carry so many infections because they have no way to sterilize them like a regular needle, yeah. So we got it done, and the stud I had was about this big, and it was a rainbow, like a washed out rainbow, and I loved it. But so everybody who had it done, hers closed up, but mine is still here. And from time to time, I will pop an earring in there because I have to find an earring that looks good, and it's really hard to do. I'm just going to have to pay the money and get another stud set. But I'm going to do a video all about that piercing because I feel like that is a piercing that a lot of younger girls are getting, are starting out with. I know that was my first, non-low piercing. So, it's kind of cool, and I feel like this video could help a lot of people who are thinking about getting a piercing, or any particular piercing, or B, not shooting a bird, B, it will help you when you go to get this cartilage piercing. So I definitely recommend going to a tattoo shop, knowing what I know now. But I was young and dumb, and I went to Walmart, which I would think I was like 16. I was a junior in high school when I got this done. I know that for fact because my stud piece actually came off, and I just had the metal part. So anyway, so when you get your cartilage done, it's much like any nose ring. It's cartilage. It's like the shark skin. It's really thick, so it doesn't hurt as bad. So if you go to Walmart and get yours done, you will feel a pinch, like somebody literally takes you and pinches you. You don't really feel it. However, I think if you go to a tattoo studio, they do shove a needle through your ear. So I think that does hurt a little bit. But anyway, so I got mine done, and we got matching earrings because they were like 2. Who needs 2 on a helix, right? So I got it done, and I was like, oh, I really love it. It was my favorite piercing. Shiva, get down. Sorry, I'm talking to my cat. It was like my favorite piercing ever. Like, every time I go in the store and I see studs, I would ultimately try to find a new stud. So let's talk about healing process. The healing process for this piercing is about 3 to 6 weeks, depending on where you get it, studio-wise. If you get it at a tattoo studio because they have to poke a needle, I think it's a little bit longer. You can check out Kinky Nikki 4 and Brie and Barbie's channels and the Body Candy channel here on YouTube to actually make sure that's true, because like I said, I'm not a piercer at any way, shape, form, or fashion. So anywho, so I got the piercing done, and they give me the little bottle of the cleaning solution. Now, I've heard that that's nothing but alcohol, and it doesn't actually, it works, but sea salt soaks are better for piercings. I have found sometimes I will get the non-iodized fish tank salt, and I will just put it on the ear, soak the earring in it, I actually do peroxide on the earring just to cleanse it, because you have it in a hole, or you get a keloid, and it's got the pus and nasty shit all over it. Sorry for my language. So, yeah. So, anyway. So, I would put the solution on a Q-tip, and I would do that every day, like 3 or 4 times a day. I would turn the earring, what you're supposed to do. And one day I was in a store, and I went to go get a drink out of the cooler, and my ear was facing the cooler, and I actually accidentally closed my new cartilage piercing in the drink cooler. That was one of the most excruciating pains. My granny was there. I was trying not to use swear words because it hurt that bad. So here's a word of advice. If you're going out and you know that you're probably going to clip a piercing somewhere, cover it with your hair. I'll do a tutorial on the messy look. I'm just kidding. So anyway, when I got to the car, I checked it. It wasn't bleeding or anything, thank the Lord. But that's just a word of advice. Be careful because piercings can hurt if you bump them or anything. The next thing, when you can change it. When you change the original piercing ring out, I know a lot of you know this. This is just common knowledge. Make sure that before you put in a new one, that you clean the hole really, really good. Get off the chair and check for keloids, the little bumps. And if you have those, I recommend tea tree oil. I know that worked great for me. Do that 4 times a day in the morning. If you go to school, then I understand that you can't exactly do that. But if you don't, do it at lunch, at dinner, and then before bed. That way, you're healing that keloid super fast. Do you have to take out the jewelry? I don't know. I know tea tree oil is very good for popping those blood bumps, which are great because you don't want to end up with an infection, but you do have to be careful because if you get an infection, yeah. So anyway, the piercing and sleeping with the cartilage piercing is probably the most difficult thing I ever did because I like to sleep with my head on my right side, which is ironically the side that the piercing's on. So it's a little, crazy, but yeah, I just spent 7 minutes talking about piercings. So I don't really have any other piercings to talk about, but I will be doing piercings I want, tattoo ideas, typical stuff like that. Because my channel is an ace of spades. You never know what you're going to get. So, bye, Tweeties. Hope you have a great day. I hope this video helped you. If it did, make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will leave a description of the video in the description box below. And we are up to 3 subscribers. We want to get to 50, so keep on subscribing.